trying to make me cry in front of everybody, man?
Yeah, that's the point.
One word of advice. Buying TV, don't spend it on Hooker.
Super Russ. I'm the last character on my Justice League team with these four babes. Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are here with Create Your Own Avengers. I believe it was episode 4. We did a Create Your Own Justice League. And now with episode 15, we're back around to a recycled idea. But this time it's Marvel instead of DC.
What else can we do next time? Create your own X-Men.
Yeah.
Create your own Teen Titans. It's funny in that intro, just then it reminded me, you know how you did your room tour video the other day?
Yeah.
It was funny because I actually watched earlier that day, I actually watched Gem Mint Collectibles room tour.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. That was epic.
Holy crap. But still, Russell's was better. Yours had more feeling in it, mate.
Yeah.
So,
like almost all my stuff is just like sentimental or nostalgic in some way.
Yeah, it was cool, man. And when you played the video, the TV AOK video, I mean, Unruly Simeon, I laugh every time.
Yeah. Unruly killed it with that. That was awesome.
Just, when he says it, he kind of shakes his head like, yep, I'm a wise person. It was so good.
Unruly's the man.
But yeah, man, you change your room around a lot.
Yeah, well, not a lot. I just I flipped the Avengers posters to the other wall and put the old school comic wall back because it just, I don't know, man. It felt weird taking it down to start with, but I thought I just needed a change, and it just felt right having it back up again.
Mate, next thing you know, you're going to bring back all your pops.
Well, I mean, most of them are like right here.
I thought you packed a lot of them away.
I did, but I got this little shelf right here, and I stacked up the ones I had packed away all right here beside me.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, Gray Man, what is going on?
What's up, Gray?
But yeah, the you're right. The Superman wall is kind of like it's like the OG.
Yeah.
Whoa, what was that comment? It's gonna be some spam, right?
Oh, that's one of those links you don't want to click on unless you want to like get viruses everywhere. You click on the link and your computer just explodes.
Have you seen Spider-Man yet?
No, but okay. I'm impatient, so I went ahead and watched like a whole spoiler review, so I know like everything that's going to happen.
Why? Well, the thing is,
because I'm probably not going to see it until it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray,
which comes out pretty quick these days.
Yeah.
None of the spoilers sort of stuff really surprised me though.
Yeah. I pretty much knew for months what it was going to be.
Yeah, and people now like, because the first few days the movie came out, everyone was like, no spoilers, and now it's only been a week, and people are just posting without caring anymore. It's like, if you didn't see it in the first week, then no, we don't care. It's like,
yeah, for real.
That's kind of shit.
Yeah. But me, I've never cared about getting spoiled for movies or stuff.
Yeah, I think
I wanted to watch the spoiler review as soon as it came out, just to make sure that the movie was going to be everything I expected it to be. Yeah. Man, here's another one of those scam comments.
Yeah, what's going on?
2 blocked users to start off the show. You made it, man, when you blocking spam comments.
I don't think I've had too many of those in my streams before.
Really?
I've noticed a lot though in other people's streams.
Yeah. I know it's funny as on John's Comics with Kids Instagram, he posted a Comigories post, and he had this whole line of like spam comments that said the same thing. This is just what I needed, over and over and over again.
They're everywhere. They're all over my Instagram too. I have all these fake accounts watching my stories and stuff like that.
I know, it's weird, man.
It's scary.
The bots are out in force.
That's right. All right. So, Avengers team. I struggled with this, man, because I'm not that much of a Marvel guy. So,
Yeah.
my team's interesting, but I'm glad. You've already showed me your team, so
Yeah.
I already know what to expect.
Spoiler
You have
alert.
no idea. What's up, Whack? You have no idea what you're gonna get out of my team. So, how about we get? You can start this time, mate. I always start.
All right. Let me blow it up here.
All right.
The first member I have chosen for my Avengers team, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah.
How can you go wrong with her? She's incredibly sexy and incredibly powerful. This woman can create whole universes from thin air. You just can't go wrong with having the Scarlet Witch on your team.
I definitely considered her, but she didn't make the cut for me. Do you want to do the big small thing screen instead, so we can?
Oh yeah, I can do that. Like
yeah, that one. That's
that.
the one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll do that instead.
yeah. So yeah, I try. When I was doing my team, so I started doing my team at like midnight last night.
Yeah, I did mine
But
like a week ago.
Yeah, I try, and then Russ was so excited about his team. He sent me through his team already. I was like, "What are you doing?" There's no element of surprise. But I was thinking, and even though you already told me, I didn't think to look back at your team, and I was trying to think, who would you pick? And I tried to pick people that you wouldn't pick. So, you're correct, Grey Man. You did call it, because the leader of my team is going to be Black Widow.
Nice.
I didn't bring comics because I really couldn't be bothered digging through comics anymore.
Yeah.
It's such a pain. So I've brought all little collectible things instead to show you. So yes, Black Widow is going to be my leader. Russ, you did a great job at explaining Wanda. So why don't you explain Black Widow for the people?
Black Widow has no powers except sexiness and red hair. So she is definitely a winning pick for any team. And funny story, the thumbnail was almost your head on Black Widow's body, but I went with Thor.
Yeah, Russ sent me through the thumbnail last week, and he put my head on Thor, and I was like, "Oh, I thought you were going to put my head on Black Widow."
Because I asked, like, what was your favorite Avenger? And you said, like, Black Widow from the comics, but Thor from the movies.
Yeah.
So I should have made an alternate, like, variant thumbnail.
Variant, right? I used to do that.
To post.
I used to. You got to bloody change that photo of my face you've got, mate. Every thumbnail, I'm so looking into space.
I know. I tried to get away from just the channel logos and to mix up the thumbnails a little bit, but I need you to send me like another picture so I can like crop it out and put a better.
Yeah,
so it's not just like you staring off in the distance or something. I'll get a couple shots for variety. I'll get like a war face, like a smiling face. Get like a variety of Simon heads for my thumbnail maker.
Yeah. So yeah, Black Widow is the leader of my Avengers team.
Nice. All right, my turn.
Yes, your turn.
All right, next up for me is a super heavy hitter. Definitely the powerhouse of the team as far as physical strength goes. Gotta go with She-Hulk, baby.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna pick her. There was a really good
This is actually a Fantastic Four issue, believe it or not, but it's the Battle Lines variant.
Yeah. Yeah,
Love
the Battle Lines
She-Hulk.
so awesome. Man, I just realized I didn't do my comic book order, which I have to do as soon as we finish the stream because it's due tomorrow. Yeah, I don't know a lot about She-Hulk.
I mean, there's not too much to know. I actually did a video on her not too long, well, probably a year ago now. It was last year when I was doing my video a day series. I did a short-lived series called Superhero Showcase, and I did an episode of it on She-Hulk's origin story.
Yeah.
Definitely go back
Greyman,
and check that out.
Greyman's been doing those as well. The like character.
Oh yeah,
profile.
those are awesome. It's the who's who in the DC universe. Those videos definitely deserve more love. I'm surprised they haven't blown up.
All right. So my next character, I wanted a powerhouse too, right? And I considered She-Hulk because I know she's strong, but I was like, well, Russ loves She-Hulk, so he'll probably choose She-Hulk. So I don't have anything to show though, because I don't have anything with this character.
Right.
But I thought I'd choose Lady.
You got to bust out a drawing real quick, man. Go back to that lamer picture frame. I'll put 2 minutes on the clock.
I chose Lady Thor.
Oh, nice.
I just assume that she's strong because she can pick up a hammer. Even though she's played by Natalie Portman, who doesn't look very strong at all. There you go. And if you guys, so in my video last night, one of my community video links in the description was, I don't know if you noticed, if you saw my Oz Comic Con videos, I did the Thor Hammer Challenge. There was the Thor cosplayer. He's like famous, right? He's actually like famous cosplayer, and he has his hammer is quite heavy. He was like, it's about 5 kilos or something like that. And he goes, yeah, it's not a light hammer. So I would want to put out a challenge for anyone who wants to come up here and think they can hold the hammer just out straight for 2 minutes.
I saw that. That dude looked like Thor in real life.
Yeah, exactly. Man. He's very well. He's called the Thor of Oz, is what his name is. But yeah, I interviewed him for Supernova as well. So
yeah.
But yeah, I did the Thor challenge. So if you want to, I did highlights of it in my Oz Comic Con video, but the whole video has actually been uploaded by one of the cosplayers. So you can check that out. The link is in my weekly haul video. But Lady Thor is my powerhouse. Who wins, Lady Thor or She-Hulk? Oof.
Oh man, that might be tough because like Hulk and Thor have had some epic battles. So I'm assuming that maybe She-Hulk and Lady Thor have had some battles too. I don't know.
But can't like Lady Thor kind of attack from a distance with a hammer?
Possibly. Just throw it. Lay it on top of her when she's down. She can't move.
All right. Who you got next, mate?
All right. Next up is, I guess, another powerhouse because of the type of abilities that she has. I'm talking about that Phoenix Force. Jean Grey, the Phoenix herself.
Yeah,
Power levels off the charts.
So
this woman destroyed a whole universe at one point. Probably Omega level power. I don't know who could beat her.
What about Scarlet Witch? Who wins, Jean Grey or Scarlet Witch?
Ah, the Phoenix, man.
Phoenix?
Scarlet Witch is powerful, but I think the Phoenix is over her head. Now, if Scarlet Witch happened to get the Phoenix Force somehow, you might as well just go ahead and end the world, man.
Explain the Phoenix Force to someone who's a noob.
Oh God, it's so hard to explain. The best explanation of it probably came from the X-Men animated series for me because they did the whole. I think it was a 4 or 5 part series on the X-Men animated series back in the 90s, and they did that thing so much justice from the comic storyline. It was incredible. But basically, the Phoenix Force was this guardian. And it was it's hard to remember all the details because it's been a while since I saw it, but there was this Imcom crystal, I think is how you pronounce it. And the Phoenix basically took that in and destroyed like whole universes before she became the Dark Phoenix, or when she became the Dark Phoenix. if you haven't read the storyline, definitely recommend picking up a trade and giving that a read. If you're going to read X-Men, start with the Dark Phoenix saga.
Really?
You'll be a fan for life.
Yeah,
Just
see, that's the thing,
don't watch the movie.
man.
Watch the animated series reruns, but don't watch the movie.
I mean, I'm thinking if I was to get into X-Men, I should rewatch the animated, because I loved the animated X-Men when I was younger.
Yeah.
But how similar was the animated to the comics?
Oh man, it was extremely accurate to the comics, like almost to the letter. The storyline they did on the animated series to the comics. You could
Because
just watch that. If you don't like reading, you could just watch that, and it would almost be like an audio book of the comics.
Oh, you mean so they did the Phoenix thing in the animated?
Yeah.
Because I can't remember it. Obviously, it was so long ago. But all I really remember, because I actually didn't catch, because I had the X-Men cartoons in the morning, and only got so far before they used to change up the shows all the time, and then it just stopped. And I was like, what the hell? And then I think they started playing Spider-Man, and I loved the Spider-Man one as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always ask people, because as when I was young, I liked the X-Men cartoon, and I did buy X-Men comics, but I always say, like, even back then, I used to have a lot of X-Men comics. I didn't really enjoy the X-Men comics that much.
Yeah.
It was during Age of Apocalypse and all that sort of stuff. So when I got back into comics, I kind of just, and also the movies, like, I was excited for the first X-Men movie. I was like super pumped, and I hated it. I just did not
Really?
like it.
The original one from like the early 2000s?
The original one. I just did not dig it. And then I never watched the rest of them. And then when I got back into comics, I was just like, I had no time for the X-Men.
I definitely recommend checking out X-Men 2. That was the one that introduced Nightcrawler. That was probably the best one out of that entire movie series. It beats the first one by leaps and bounds for me.
The other ones look good. I hated the way the characters were done.
Like, if you're ever going to watch another one, that's the one to watch, I think.
Well, that's what I'm up to. So
yeah.
I saw
you could do like a Perry style reaction first time watching X2. Yeah.
I did watch Logan, and that was awesome.
Yeah, that was great.
That was really good. Hey, Metarog.
What's up, Metarog?
But yeah, I always ask people, what if I was to read X-Men, where should I start? And a lot of people have told me Hox and Pox.
What is that?
Did you read that? House of X?
Oh, no. Haven't read those.
Okay.
I wasn't. I tried to read the new run after that story wrapped up when they rebranded with X-Men 1 again. But after the first 3 issues, I just couldn't get into it. I wasn't a fan of Hickman's writing because they just changed so much. So when I read X-Men, I stick to the 70s, 80s, and 90s.
Well, there was a recent X-Men first issue that came out, like maybe a few months back, or it was this year.
Yeah.
And Mark told me yesterday that he read that just recently, and he said he loved it. And I did.
I thought about picking it up because another writer took over after Hickman, but I heard they were keeping a lot of like Hickman's ideas, so I don't know, but I might give that one a chance.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm not huge into team books either. Like a few of the team books I read, I'm just like, man, there's too much going on, too many characters jumping. Like I just rather read about one person, even though almost every book they have their own little team anyway. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Learning about mutants. So let's recap Super Russ's team. He had some Scarlet Witch, he had some She-Hulk, and he had some Phoenix.
Yep.
Your team definitely is going to kick my team's butt. So I had Black Widow so far and Lady Thor. All right. So since you've got so many mutants in your team, I'll give you a mutant, right? So I needed someone who was powerful, but I needed someone who was kind of like the problem child of the team, right? You need that. You know, for good story, You want characters that are going to be weird. So I don't want to sit this up too much. Anyway, I chose Magic, and again, you can probably explain
nice.
a lot about Magic. I just think her character looks awesome, and obviously I saw New Mutants the movie and stuff like that, but like I really don't know a lot about her.
Yeah. I can't really help you there because I don't know anything about Magic.
Yeah, so I asked my friend at work, I was like, so what books or stories should I read if I want to find out about Magic? And he was like, there isn't really anything you can read. Like I've got the Magic miniseries. I think it's like Storm and Ileana or something. But that's about her when she was like a child and stuff. I don't think it's about her when she becomes this Magic. But yeah, my mate who obviously reads heaps comics, he was like saying there's not really a definitive thing that you can read to find out about her. But that statue is awesome. Let me see if I can hold it up with it because the sword is very delicate on this thing. But yeah, this thing's cheap too. I bought this for not much money.
Really?
Yeah,
it looks like it could be a what was it, Kotobukiya?
No, it's not. Yeah, so it looks like the Kotobukiya ones that come with the magnetic stands, right? But it's actually a Marvel now.
Oh, wow.
So, but yeah, it was really affordable.
Oh no!
I got it.
All right.
But Magic is my my mutant that I have in my team. My next character is really weak, but
nice.
We'll go to the next character.
To answer Metarog right fast, we're just like picking anybody from the Marvel universe. It didn't have to be somebody that was like an actual Avenger in the comics.
And then you're going to want to stick around to the end because we get to name our team. That's the funnest part.
What's up, Big O? Oh yeah, Metarog or anybody, feel free to drop your 5 members in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if you guys want, we can make like a challenge out of this. You can do like your own videos naming your teams. Be like a whole challenge thing in the community.
Shout out to Zen's Multiverse. He did this on Instagram a while ago. So my team is similar to what I think I wrote a comment of my team that I made up. I had the same name, but I think the characters I've switched around a little bit. So yes, Mad Spidey, I have them. So yesterday Mad Spidey came around. And I
saw that video.
And then I literally got to editing and I was like, why is there no sound? And I was very upset with myself.
I know Mad Spidey's been getting the short end. I saw a comment on your con video. He said you cut him out of the video, and then, then you like mute his sound when he's talking.
There was one scene in the Oz Comic Con vlog that Simon was in because he showed up right at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And I had to shorten that video. You know, I don't like my videos going too long. And that scene, it's just me and him talking, and we're smoking cigarettes. I was like, I don't want to be smoking cigarettes in my video, so I cut it. Hope you guys have fun. Thank you, Sarah.
What's up, Sarah?
So man, we are powering through this. So that was my 3rd character. Who is your 4th character?
All right, my 4th character is yet another powerhouse. Possibly my all-time favorite X-Men character.
So many mutants.
Yeah, a lot of mutants, but this is probably the sexiest one. I've had to go with Rogue. She's got to be on my team. Love me some Rogue. Been in love with Rogue ever since the 92 X-Men series when I was just dropping the book on my face. When I was just a little Russ. Hearing that Southern accent and seeing the way they drew Rogue did things to me.
Yeah.
And I've loved Rogue ever since. So she has to be the 4th member on my Avengers team, 100%. And this is a cover I recently picked up. I don't know anything about this book, Women of Marvel, but I saw your comic book fangirl on Instagram post a picture of the Storm cover by Shannon Mayer. And she told me about this Rogue cover, so I went straight to eBay and ordered this thing.
Yeah, I've got just the standard. I've got the Peach Momoko Scarlet Witch cover.
Yeah.
Shannon May. He drew an incredible Magic cover recently. I should look that up. I want that cover
Really?
real bad. Oh, so Shannon May's stuff is sick. That's sick. Yeah, Rogue. So I had that same crush, man. When I was younger, Rogue was everything, man, in comic book. Like, yeah, man, for sure. I was all about Rogue.
Man, if they don't do Rogue right in the animated series reboot coming up and in future movies, I'm going to be so upset.
And that's what I didn't like about the X-Men movie. I didn't like the cast. I didn't like Anna Paquin as Rogue.
Yeah.
Wolverine.
I wish they could have just made it. I thought she was okay. I just wish they would have made it more comic accurate and gave her some of her powers where she could fly and stuff. But they just nerfed her so much.
How many movies did she appear in?
She was in the first 3.
Okay.
And she actually made an appearance in Days of Future Past, but they cut her out of the theatrical version. But they put her in the extended version on DVD.
Oh, okay.
But I think that was it.
Mad Spidey, you got that's a pretty good team. Well, you got to name your team as well, Mad Spidey.
Yeah, you got to come up with a name.
That's a pretty good team. You might notice a theme with me and Russ's team so far.
Yeah. Just a little thing.
All right. So Rogue is your
number 4 pick.
Yep. So my next member is nowhere near as powerful as any of your team so far, but she's one of those characters that's so lovable that she can't go wrong. You can't see this person losing in a battle, even if she is overpowered. The Mad Spidey team. Okay. All right. So this one, Mad Spidey will like, but this character, she couldn't lose to all these powerful characters. She'd figure her way out because she's just so cute and adorable, and everyone loves her. And it is
Spider-Gwen.
Spider-Gwen. I had to have a spider character in there. All right. So
to be fair, I mean, she's pretty strong.
She was supposed to be the second person I said, but because you said She-Hulk, I wanted to like give you a bit of a with a Lady Thor. So
she's got speed, agility, strength.
That's right.
I mean, Spider-Man can lift tons and tons of weight, so I'm pretty sure that Spider-Gwen, since it's the same powers, is on that same level. So she's got a lot of strength.
Yeah, but you've got bloody Jean Grey and Scarlet Witch and
the cosmic level stuff.
Yeah, I was going to bring a figurine, but I thought fig pins. Why not show a
cool,
fig?
Man.
Yeah, they are cool. I like these fig pins. So I've got a whole bunch of My Hero Academia ones as well.
Have you seen like the XX large ones? They got like an All Might that's huge.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen so it's not the Funko ones, huh? It's actually fig pin?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't seen that.
I think they're like $30-something a piece though. I don't know what they would what that would be over there. Maybe 40.
Yeah, something like that. Probably a bit over $40. But yeah, I've seen those pop vinyls, pop Funko Pops.
Yeah, the pop pins. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about those.
Yeah. Not into that.
All right. So I guess we're up to the final member of your team, Russ. Who's it going to be? Who's the lovely lady who's going to round out your team?
Do you have the picture to share screen?
Do you want to make yourself? Yeah. Hang on a sec.
Yeah. To sort of just give the whole reveal to the final member and bring everything together.
Okay.
Here is the final member to my team. We have got Cap Russ 9000 with Rogue, the Phoenix, Scarlet Witch, and She-Hulk. The Avengers X 9000. Or the Avengers times 9000, however you want to look at it.
Oh, so the X is actually in the name.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Avengers X 9000 or Avengers times 9000.
With all your bloody mutants in there, you may as well call it X Avengers.
Yeah.
Okay,
I thought about Avengers Triple X 9000, but I didn't want people to get the wrong idea about the stream. But I am the final member to the team, much like my Justice League team back in episode 4. Just me with these 4 babes, man. That's how it is.
Yes, he was in his own team, Grey Man. Him and a bunch of DC ladies.
Go back and watch episode 4 of It's Simply Super to see the Justice League cut.
All right, so minimize that for now, and I'll come back to that because I've got my team loaded up as well.
All right.
But I've got to introduce the final character of my team. Oh, that looks really weird. So again, my team's going to have a better story than yours, because your team's very powerful and it's great for battle. But when it comes to story, I've got magic.
All
in
4
there.
members of my team could kill me,
Yeah.
and I would happily let them.
Yeah, well, my leader, Black Widow, is also the weakest in my team. But if this was a comic book or a movie or something like that, like I said, I got magic as my problem child. You need someone in the team who's going to be the comic relief, right? You need someone who's going to be the funny one. So I had to choose a funny character, and that is Gwenpool. Yay! No one likes Gwenpool except for me and Sarah. But yeah, and Gwenpool knows she breaks the 4th wall. She knows this is a comic book. She can figure things out. She can look up what your character's weaknesses are. We already know what your weaknesses are, Russ. Your characters.
Yeah, for real.
So yes, I picked up this statue recently, and I thought I'd show that off. So if you want to go back to the screen share,
All right.
and I'll reveal the name of my team. No, you put it up. I've still got your picture up there, but I can swipe across the team. All right, so you bring that up. So Avengers X9000. You tell me, guys. I think your team is going to beat mine, but see, no one likes Gwenpool. No one likes Gwenpool. When I first read Gwenpool, I don't know. When I first started reading comics, I wanted more serious comics. Like I didn't like silly stuff. But when I read Gwenpool, it was kind of just so silly that I kind of enjoyed it and accepted it for what it was. So
I've never actually read Gwenpool, but I do have an issue that I got in a Walmart 3-pack like a long time ago.
Yeah, so she basically is from like the real world kind of thing.
Yeah. It's pretty much just Deadpool, right? Sort of self-aware, can break the 4th wall.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I think she's more silly than Deadpool. All right, so the name of my team is, hopefully this works, Simon Sirens. That's not a bad name. It's not a bad name.
Pretty good, Grey Man.
Oh, no, what happened? Okay, let me click on this. Boom! Femme Avengers.
Oh, nice.
Ooh-wee. That is my team right there. Black Widow or Scarlett Johansson. I use Scarlett Johansson, and then everyone else is animated. So that is my team. However,
that works.
I've prepared a backup team.
Okay.
Just because I knew the route that you're going down, so I figured I may as well do my version of the Super Rus team, and it is the Simple Avengers.
Nice. I like the universe crossover with Red Hood there. He just breached the 4th wall with the help of Gwenpool to cross universes.
That's right. See, you should be a writer, Russ. And I kicked out Lady Thor because I don't know anything about you, Lady Thor. Get out of here. It's me and Black Widow taking on the world.
That's awesome, man.
So, yeah, that is my team.
Good stuff, brother.
You can remove that now. All right. Well, that was a quick one, mate. We're going to need to fill up another 25 minutes.
Grey Man came up with a pretty good team.
Captain Britain, Psylocke, Union Jack, First Spider-Woman, Blade. Team name, Stiff Upper Lip. Shouldn't every team have Avengers in the name? Like, you know how there's so many versions of the Avengers, like the Savage Avengers and all that sort of stuff?
There's I think there's A-Force and a few others. Young Avengers.
There you go, Metarog knows about magic. Metarog, You feel write a lengthy comment about what I need to know about magic, because I was explaining earlier to Russ that I don't know a lot about the character and I would like to, and people don't seem to think that there's anything I can read to fill me in. So
If anybody
yes.
knows, Metarog knows.
Yeah, Metarog would know. Because is it her first ever? Isn't she like a?
I know she was a member of the New Mutants. That's about the extent of my
Yeah,
knowledge.
I feel like she
Yeah.
was giant size X-Men. She might have been like a baby or something. I could be incorrect there.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure when exactly she was introduced.
But
I
I feel
never
like-
I never did see the New Mutants movie, so I don't know if they went into much detail in that or not.
I don't know if I liked it or not. It was just like it just was.
Yeah.
Wait, what's Metarog's team? Cap, Iron Man,
Quasar.
Who's Cersei? I don't even know who that is.
I'm stumped on that one too. Cersei.
That's probably some old
That's,
character that's been used for 50 years, Metarog.
That was the evil queen from Game of Thrones, wasn't it? Cersei.
What's the name of your team, Metarog? The New Mutants. That's right. She is Colossus' little sister. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I did know that, and I'm pretty sure she's in Giant Size X-Men, but she's like a baby or something in it. I'm pretty sure that's a thing.
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah. So she's Giant Size
knowledge.
She was in Giant Size X-Men. She was so first appearance of Illyana Rasputin as a child, later becomes magic. So you had it, Russ.
Oh, now that I think of it, I think she did it. She was on an episode of the animated series as just Illyana, without she wasn't magic yet, if I remember right.
Yeah, I've actually got that, Metarog. Is that the Storm and Illyana one? It's like 4 issues, and then she becomes like dark magic or something in the. I haven't actually read it yet, but I do have it. The Unstoppable Avengers.
Nice.
Okay. See, that sounds like a comic. Like that sounds like a title that you would believe. I think Femme Avengers is pretty cool.
Yeah. So, by the way, if we have any artists in the chat or any that's watching on the playback, feel free to draw comic books with mine and Simon's team, and send them to us for free. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone in the chat is amazing art. Greyman's an amazing artist.
Yeah.
We need to do another Lamel picture frame, but have Greyman on there.
Yeah, I know. I've already had a request for another drawing style episode.
Really?
Yeah.
Drawing style, so not the same as Lamel picture frame that we did. What was the suggestion?
Well, I mean, just another like any kind of episode where we draw. Okay. We could do like maybe a what do you call it? Like a Pictionary style episode where like I draw something, you have to guess, and then you draw something and I have to guess, and do like a couple rounds of that.
She gets abducted by Limbo. There's what's it called? Cardboard Crazies does what's it called? Is it Between the Lines or what is it called? And it's just drawing. I think they just hang out and chat, and they all draw while they're chatting.
Really?
And then I think at the end or something they might show what they've drawn. So maybe if you had a whole hour to draw something, Russ, you could come up with some super magic.
No, it would still be egg art.
Well, on that note of drawing, what are some of your favorite cover artists, or just artists in general?
Oh man, there's so many great ones. Obviously, Carla Cohen, Frizen, Middleton is amazing. Alex Ross does some incredible covers.
It's weird because
Art
nowadays so
Germ.
many.
I know a lot of people don't like him, but I like Art Germ.
I like Art Germ. I think there's a certain style that he does that people don't like. You know how he does the really digital anime ones?
Yeah.
I think a lot of people kind of think of him as that when he can do so much more. He
Yeah.
can do like photo real stuff like that Catwoman issue 4.
That was an amazing cover.
That was the first time I saw a cover and I thought it was a photo. And then Mark was saying, how good's the art on this? And I was like, what? Isn't that a photo? And he goes, no, it's Art Germ. And I was like, what? I could not believe it. Like,
Middleton is like that too, man. He can do some like photorealistic looking covers.
Yeah. It's funny, you know, Art Germ, right? So he came to Melbourne
Really?
a couple of years ago. So he unannounced. He walked into one of the comic shops here in the city and said, "Chick Daniels, hey man, if you guys want, I'll do a signing for the next couple of hours." He literally just walked into the shop and offered that to the shop. So the shop posted it on their Facebook, and I saw it. And me and my two mates at work who collect comics books, I was like, "Oh my god, Art Germ is signing." Now, I can't remember if it was Comics R Us or All Star Comics, but I couldn't believe it. I was just like, "Oh my god, I want to go down there and get one of my Catwoman books signed." This was like a couple of years ago, so I was still very, very, very newbie. But man, that was so spewing. I missed that opportunity.
Definitely Byrne and Perez. I'm not familiar with the other ones there, Metarog, but I love some Byrne and Perez art.
Yeah,
especially the work he did on Wonder Woman.
I find it odd now that so many of the famous artists now are just cover artists. I feel like we should give more respect to the people that do interiors. You know what I mean? Like that's a lot of work.
Of course, sometimes like it's such a contrast sometimes between the art and the interior. Sometimes you wish the cover artist would also do the interior.
But I think some people have told me that that like a lot of people who are cover artists, their style of art, they can't transition into, they don't know how to, it doesn't look as good or something like that. Like they can't do panel by panel by panel because when you're doing so much work, a lot of people will slack off a little bit sometimes, apparently. So.
I know I've seen some books with just like incredible art on the cover, and I open it up and it almost looks like I drew the interior.
Yeah, it's like all the modern Marvel books.
Yeah.
So that's why I like to mean there's been so many times. I remember there was the Conan Billet. I don't know how to say her name, but a beautiful cover, right? And this is going way back at Mark's a Big City's old store. I picked it up off the shelf. I was like, oh, this looks cool. And then I opened the book and I was like, what? Because again, I was still fairly new back then. I was like, what? How is that? It's such clickbait.
Yeah, basically.
Awesome cover.
Real life clickbait.
Yeah. Yes, right. So so like that's why I really respect Joelle Jones, because she was one of the first, because I obviously am a noob and I've read more modern stuff. Joelle Jones's art in Catwoman was amazing. And every time she didn't do it, I would notice, I was like, hang on, something seems, I didn't know at the time that they changed artists all the time. So I'm reading it, and all of a sudden there's one issue, I was like, this art seems off. And then I realized, oh shit, it's a different artist. And then sometimes they'll have an artist that's like, whoa, this looks bad. So, and I hate how they do that. Sometimes they'll do it in the one issue. In one issue, they'll have like 2-3 artists, and I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah. It was like that recently with the Wonder Woman Black and Gold series. It had just a compilation of different writers and artists, and some of it looked really good and some of it was just bad.
Yeah, I've got to stop. I only cover by that series, but all those like books, they're all anthologies, and I just don't. I don't know why. Like I've tried reading them, and I'm just like, some of the stories are good. So like some of the little short stories are good, but it's just like, man, I got so much to read. I'd rather read.
Oh yeah.
Like a proper ongoing thing or whatever. So,
I never did make it past the final 3 issues. I read the first 3 and never read the last 3. I just kept buying them for the cover art.
Oh man, there was some good covers. The David Nakayama. It was just, man, I'm so over ratio covers, man. I just
Yeah, I know.
it's
It seems like more and more are coming out too. Like earlier
yeah,
today, I was watching Bueller's video for the comics coming out next week, and like almost everything had like a 1 in 25 cover variant.
yeah. So yeah, because how I was saying, I'm trying to collect because Catwoman has that special place to me. It was the first issue one that I picked up. I want to have the whole run and I want to have every cover,
Yeah,
but now it's made it impossible because man, that first one in 25 they released, I couldn't it was out on eBay when it first came out, and I had to pay about $70 for it plus
oh
shipping. It
God.
was like over $100 for this book, and now I can't even find it. Like no one's selling it anymore. And now it's like every Catwoman now is starting to come out with a 1 in 25, and I'm like, well, this sucks. Like I could wait like 2 years when people stop caring about it, and it just drops down to like a $40 book. But
Yeah,
it's
yeah, it's
so
possible.
ridiculous. And I'm going through I'm Manorog. I just rip the covers off and then I donate the rest of the book to Whack Comics. Hey Ranger Sly.
What's up, Ranger?
But yeah, like I was going through my DC previews the other day to do my order, which I literally have to run after this because I completely forgot to do my orders. I have to send them to Mark.
Oh yeah, your previews.
There were these 1 in 25 covers coming out for like Detective Comics and things like that, and they were crap. I was like, why is that? Why would anyone pay extra for that? There's nothing special about the art. It's basic. I just don't get it. So it's starting to, before I didn't care because I didn't see it too much. And if I couldn't get it, I couldn't get it. But now it's just like, it's affecting my full run collection.
But yeah, I mean, for the longest time, like the only artists I knew was like from the '90s, like Dan Jurgens and stuff like that. But then as time went on and I started getting the older stuff, I started appreciating and learning about some of the older artists. Jack Kirby, he does some amazing like covers. Kurt Swan Superman, I fell in love with his art from like Silver Age and stuff.
I like what's his name? Kenneth Rocafort. He's pretty good. The only thing is he did the crappy Red Hood with the bloody mouth on the helmet.
Oh God, I hated that.
Yeah, I love Rocafort's art, but that version of Red Hood is like, why can you see his mouth through a helmet? Doesn't make any sense.
The thought of that made me choke up. It was like just so stupid looking, putting just a mouth on a metal mask.
Yeah, I don't know a lot because I haven't read too much older stuff. Like, I'm trying to think, like, who did the art for like Death of a Family and stuff like that? Because that was pretty good.
Oh man, I'm not sure. That's some books I've been like wanting to get. I might try to focus on those next year. I've read the trade, but I've never had the individual issues.
Holy crap! Was it Greg Capullo?
Really?
No, that can't be right.
I'm not sure.
Because
that was
the Snyder one. I'm thinking. So I wrote It's Death in the Family.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I got it wrong.
That's the one where like Joker like flipped out and cut his face off, isn't it?
Yeah. Jim Aparo. I know that name.
Oh, okay.
So I like that. And obviously, you know what? I read because you know how I only read Hush not that long ago. So it was the first time I'd read like something with Jim Lee interiors, and I was like, wow.
That was such a good story, man.
Yeah. But just
did you like it? Did you like the story?
Yeah, I liked Hush. Yeah, I liked it. I was just blown away by because I'd never read something with Jim Lee interiors. And I was just like, Jesus Christ. It's good. Can draw a butt. Swan. I really dig that because Sarah bought a book by this dude recently, the Stepan Sejic. He did the Harleen. He did Harleen.
Oh yeah.
Those
are some awesome covers.
Yeah, Jim Aparo. Yeah, that stuff was good.
That was a
Batman
really
stuff.
good series.
And that's what Fabok, who did Three Jokers, he reminds me of that old style. You know, I love the art in Three Jokers. It was so good.
Yeah. That was easily one of my favorite DC stories last year.
Yeah, man, and we're one of the few because people didn't
Was it
like
last
it.
year or was it early this year?
I got a feeling it was last year now.
I can't remember.
I feel like it was last year. But yeah, no one liked it.
Really?
Everyone loved the first issue and they hated the rest.
I loved the whole storyline. I thought it was great.
I thought it was good. Look, I guess the one thing that I didn't like, but I guess I had to accept because they explained it kind of pretty early on. I didn't like what the Three Jokers were as far as like the whole cloning thing.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't really just the three, you know what I mean? I feel like I wanted it to be more focused on just three Jokers when you find out, sorry, spoiler alert for people. But then you find out, obviously there's like heaps of Jokers. So
Yeah.
I thought I just made the three Jokers less special and less significant, I guess, when you find out that it was just a cloning machine sort of thing. Like it would have been cooler idea if it was just like one Joker from like, you know, decades ago and then like, yeah, different Jokers for different eras kind of thing. And there was only three. But the fact it was just a cloning machine was kind of lame. But yeah, that's what I got with Swan on Superman, Aparo on Batman. Yeah. Swan on Superman. So I'm guessing did he do no, you're saying yeah, did Swan do like who did like the Death of Superman and stuff like that?
Oh, the Death of Superman was Jurgens and Breeding, Dan Jurgens and Brett Breeding.
Okay.
What do you mean, Mineral?
Yeah, what's Area 51's? What? And what's Grey Man talking about?
I'm not sure.
Explain yourselves.
Confusion abounds.
Actually, there's a book that I want to pick up, right? I found out about. You know how I like Alice in Wonderland stuff? There's an Alice in Wonderland that's interiors are done by Jenny Frison.
Oh, really?
But it's really old Jenny. Like it looks like a
some
kid's
of her
book.
first work.
It looks like a kid's book. You know what I mean? But yeah, I actually want to get it. I found it on Amazon. I can get it on Amazon for like $20-$25. But then there's a hardcover version, which is like $70. I was like, oh, I like hardcovers, but do I need it in a hardcover?
I know. I've been wanting for a while to pick up. I believe it was Art Germ's first cover. It was an issue of Batgirl. I think it was issue 12 there where he did the cover on it.
Let's have a look. Art Germ.
But I'm pretty sure it was his first cover. It looks awesome. I've seen it in a few people's videos. I just can't exactly remember the cover issue.
Oh, I know that one. Yeah, yes. That's hard to get, man.
Yeah, I know it. Yep. I know they did a homage to that on, I think one of the Deceased issues did an homage to that.
Did they? No,
it was.
They did he did a recent homage to it. It was the DC Festival of Heroes Asian superheroes thing.
Okay.
And they did Cassandra Cain in the same. Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Cassandra Cain in the same pose.
I remember seeing it. I just couldn't remember what book it was. The homage.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got that one. Oh, do you have that?
What, the homage cover?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, good to know. Good to know, Russ. Well, mate, we filled up a little bit of extra. Maybe we should wrap it up because yeah, I'm really panicking because I've got because I went through my previews magazine the other night to do my orders. But what I've been doing is I order them on Pullbox now, and then I don't take note of what I ordered. And pull box has had a few issues recently. So
Oh, really?
I know when I go through every week, I still message Mark and say, this is my books for this week. And it's been hard lately because I don't know what my books are this week.
Yeah.
So I wrote them all down the other day, but I didn't actually order them. And I haven't actually gone through my DC order yet. And now I don't know where I put my DC previews magazine. So I'm starting to
Panic mode.
Yeah. But yeah, maybe we should wrap it up. But what you got going on, mate? Anything?
Well, I just did that room tour yesterday. Definitely go check that out if you haven't. I'm hoping that hits 100 views. It's already over 50 in one day. So it'd be epic because I put a lot of editing into that. Be nice to see it do well. And I'm not set on this 100% yet, but I may do a 2022 goals list before the end of the year.
Nice. Goals as in
like
collecting
books that I
goals
want
or
to pick up for 2022.
Like sorry, did you say comics you'll pick up?
Yeah. Just some grails I'm hoping to pick up in 2022. Magic Lasso did a great one a couple days ago. Kind of inspired me a little bit to put together my own list and sort of like focus on certain books.
I kind of want to do a series kind of like Alex Big Blue did that contest a while ago. It's like list 5 comic books that you want. I feel like I should make that a series. 5 comics I want. 5 comics I want. Batman issue 1.
Well, that's just about $80,000-$90,000 for Batman issue 1.
Yeah, I don't think I'm getting that. But yeah. All right, let's get out of here. Yes, Merry Christmas all, and hope you guys have a great New Year. Because wait, next week we'll be on next week, right?
Yeah,
we'll be on, and we'll have another fun, amazing idea.
We will have something from the community to rip off.
Yeah, Russ is coming up with ideas now. You know, I was meant to be the ideas man. Thank God Russ has come up with something recently because starting to struggle.
All I did was rehash your idea from the 4th episode. And just change it to Marvel instead of DC.
Yeah, so you might, if we run out of ideas, we might do comic categories 2 or 3 or whatever it was.
Yeah, bring back comic categories or something, or another lamer picture frame or something. I don't know. All right, Merry Christmas, everybody, and for Gray Man, 90 Night from 9,000. What's up, Zen? Catch the replay, brother.
Yeah, you got a shout out. Merry Christmas.